welcome back to Studio Soli Luna. Today, as you can see, I am extra cozy because we are doing a winter solstice flow. So go ahead and grab some fuzzy socks, a cozy sweater, and we will get started. The winter solstice is the shortest day and the longest night of the year. This year it is on December 21st. And crazy enough, this is also when Jupiter and Saturn will be in alignment for the first time in 800 years. So this is such a powerful, magical time. And this time was really meant for us to turn inwards, to pause, to reflect. It's cold, it's cozy, it's dark. And what that means for our bodies is that we just want to slow down. I know for myself, I am about 50% during this time of the year. And I've been working on giving myself grace because I don't feel as active or I don't have as much energy as usual, and that is because that is what our bodies are meant to do. We are meant to take this time as a hibernation period and really take the time to enjoy the darkness, yes? And in the pagan traditions, this is celebrated as Yule, the winter solstice, and so they celebrate the returning of the sun. So the coming of summer, the coming of warmth and spring and blooming and all of that. But we also take the time to appreciate what we have now, which is cold, dark winter for most of us, yes? So I really want you to just remember that throughout this practice, that it is important to take the time to be content and be grateful for where we are, but also be able to look towards the future, towards warmer days and all of that. So with the Jupiter-Saturn alignment and the winter solstice, this is such a powerful time to start manifesting what it is that you desire in the new year, or start to reflect on who you were in 2020, what we went through as a collective, and see how it could just make us better, yeah? See what we could focus on for ourselves, for bettering ourselves and the people around us in the new year. So many beautiful things that this year has taught us with all the hardships, and it's just really good to kind of see all of that on paper for myself. I'm old school, I love paper and pen, and just see it all laid out and see what it is that I can bring into the new year. So you may feel more tired during this time, you may feel like you need more rest, and that is perfectly okay. Do that, give yourself that time. This practice is going to be cozy and it's going to be slow paced, and it will really help you feel into those slower, more chill winter solstice vibes. For this practice, I'm actually going to be using some essential oils. So I'm going to be using nutmeg and cinnamon, and these spices are just so good for warmth. They also smell like holidays, like traditions, yes? So I love diffusing these, and I also love rubbing some on my mat before I practice so I can breathe it in, as well as rubbing them on my hands. So we are going to do that if you have them. If not, that's okay. And I also recommend having 2 crystals nearby, your clear quartz crystal and your citrine crystal. Like I said, if you don't have these, that's okay as well. Just kind of envision the energy. They are so perfect for this time of year, so highly recommend. So to begin this practice, we are going to start with Nadi Shodhana breathing, or alternate nostril breathing. And this is just a way to slow down the mind and the body and to really connect to our breath. So I want you to take your right hand, your ring finger and your thumb, and you'll be using these to close off the nostrils. Yes? So I just have my other fingers down and these are pointed up, okay? So what I want you to do is just close off the right nostril with the thumb. And I want you to take a deep breath in to that left nostril. Hold at the top, close it off with the ring finger, and exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril, close it off with the thumb, and exhale through the left. Just repeat this. We inhale, we close, we exhale through the right. We inhale through the right, close, and we exhale through the left. We inhale through the left, close, exhale through the right. Very good. We will do that 2 more times on each side. Inhale, close, exhale, inhale, close, exhale, One more time. Inhale. Close. Exhale. Release. Good. Go ahead and open your eyes. I hope that feels so good. It's such a beautiful thing to do, especially if you're experiencing any type of stress or anxiety. Just taking a moment during your day, doing about 10 of those, and it feels so good. So if you have your oils, I want you to go ahead and just drop a drop or two. You don't want to go crazy. I'm going to do one of each into my palm, and I want you to just rub your palms together. We're going to create some heat, some prana, some energy. And if you don't have oils, you can just create heat on your own. Yes? Good. Rubbing it around. And then, if you don't have too much oil on your hands, I want you to breathe this in. Exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale. It smells so good. Exhale. Very good. Essential oils are so powerful. They have so many beautiful healing benefits, and I just really enjoy using them in my practice. Go ahead and start to open the chest. And give yourself a hug, right arm over left. Inhale to open and expand. Exhale, left arm over right, giving yourself a beautiful hug. Continue just crossing opposite arm across. And open, cross. Very good. Open and cross. It's so crazy because definitely this year we've experienced what it's like to not have as many hugs. Yes, I'm a hugger. Of course I get hugs from my family and from my boyfriends, but having that personal connection of friendships and hugs has not been something we've got to experience this year. So taking the time to give ourselves a hug is so beautiful. One more. And release. Very nice. Go ahead and cross the opposite leg on top. So if you've had the left on top, go ahead and put the right leg on top, just to keep us balanced. And I want you to take your right ear towards your right shoulder. You can stay here, or you can press out through that left palm. Really feeling that stretch in the left side of your neck. Good. Come back to center, other side. Pressing out through the palm, if you wish. Come back to center, and I want you to do a big neck roll all the way to the right. Other way to the left. Good, very nice. Coming into our seated cat-cows. Inhale, we reach the chest forward. Exhale, we curve the spine. Inhale, reaching the chest forward. We inhale, we curve the spine. Inhale, one more time. Exhale, curve. Good. I had to take my sweater off because I was getting warm. Inhale, take the right arm over to the side and reach that left arm across. And then I want you to sweep the snow and take the right arm above. So I just think about being in the snow and it's blowing and I'm just pushing it back and forth. Connecting with nature, connecting with the winter, yes. And just continue to play. Stretching into the side body. Good. Opening. One more each side. And good. Yes. Come back to center. Take the legs out into our butterfly position or Baddha Konasana. Go ahead and grab the feet and just start to massage the feet. Yes. Our feet do so much for us, and It's not something we often take the time to feel grateful for or give them some love. So just rubbing into the arches of the feet. Feeling that release. I know the back of my heels are so tight and my calves because I dance in heels. So this is really nice to do every now and then, or get someone else to do it. Good. And when you're ready, go ahead and take a deep breath in, lifting the chest, and exhale to fold. Getting into those hips. Feeling free to round the spine here, turning inwards. Holding for 3 more deep breaths. And slowly rolling up. If you're ready, make your way to all fours. From your all fours position, I want you to just go ahead and start to roll out the body, yes? So maybe that's coming into cat and cow. Maybe that is doing some rolls in cat-cow, so scooping the peanut butter out of the jar. Maybe coming back into child's pose. Whatever it is that feels good to you, I just want you to do that now. Starting to warm up the body, warm up the spine, and the hips. Anything that feels nourishing and gentle. And when you're ready, I want you to go ahead and tuck your toes and come back into your downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet, lifting the hips towards the sky, pressing out of the palms, making sure that you're pressing out of them and not shrinking into the shoulders. Let's take a few deep breaths here. Right here, go ahead and lift that right leg towards the sky. And stepping through, rotating on the back foot, coming into our warrior 2. So really pressing into that heel, out of the leg, and pressing down into the thigh. Really giving a deep bend here. Extending the arms out, and looking over your middle finger. Making sure the shoulders are rolled down the spine. You are strong and powerful here. Go ahead and reverse your warrior. Extending into the right side body. Very nice. Go ahead and clasp the palms behind you. And I want you to extend the chest up and fold into your humble warrior. You may need to rotate that back foot a little bit just to create some space. The goal is to have enough space to come down and bringing your chest and your body on the inside of that right leg and taking the arms up as far as you can, but just do whatever feels good to you. Only go as far as you need. Take one more deep breath in here, opening up the back and the chest. Exhale, good. Go ahead and rotate on that back foot, dropping the knee and coming into our low lunge. Lifting the arms up towards the sky here. Yes, extending through the chest. Feeling a really good stretch in the front of that hamstring. Yes, trying not to allow the knee to come over the toes, but simply up in a beautiful 90-degree angle here. And when you're ready, plant the palms, press it back into our half split pose, extending the chest forward, and exhale to fold. It's one of my favorite stretches. Breathing into the tightness. Often we are so much tighter during the winter because we are more stationary. which is okay. We just have to make sure that we stretch out those tighter parts. Take one more deep breath. Exhale. Go ahead and bend the knee and come back to all fours, tucking the toes, downward facing dog. Then we will switch sides, lifting that left leg up towards the sky, stepping through into our warrior two, pivoting on the back foot, and cartwheeling the arms overhead. Pressing into that front knee, making sure it's coming out, not in. And then we reverse our warrior. You can also bring the hand to the back here if you wish, instead of taking it down the thigh. Good, and then we rotate forward, clasp the palms, and fold into our humble warrior. Good, just breathing here. One more deep breath. Exhale. Good. Release the palms. And we're going to come into our low lunge, dropping that right knee down and lifting the arms up towards the sky. Yes, really pressing into that front hip. So you really feel it here. You want to make sure that your hips are squared towards the front of the mat. Opening the chest. Bringing in that light that will be with us. Good. Plant the palms back into our half split. Lifting the chest forward. And exhale to fold. Breathing into that stretch. One more deep breath. Exhale. And release. Go ahead and come back to all fours and come into a seated position facing the long edge of your mat. We are going to come into our fire log pose, which to me is just such a cozy pose, perfect for the winter solstice. I wish I had a fireplace, so instead I play it on my TV, which I know is very sad, and eventually one day the goal is to have an actual fireplace. But for now, if you don't have one, we will just practice our fire log pose. So I want you to take the left leg parallel to the front of the mat, and then I want you to take your right leg, fix your sock if you need to. Practicing the socks is always a challenge because they get bunched up, but that's okay, we're working with it. Taking the right leg over the left, and you want to have the foot on top of the knee. Yes, so right here on the inside edge of the knee, you want your foot planted across that knee. So you see here, I have space in between my right knee and my left foot. That is perfectly okay. Yeah, so we want to make sure that we are just going to our body's ability. We're not pushing it too far. And then your legs are parallel. So as parallel as you can get them, yes? And so I just want you to breathe here. If you feel like it, you can press down on that knee on the inside just a little bit and work your way towards that connected place. But it's a process, and as you can see, I'm very tight in the hips, so this is a very challenging pose for me, but we're just going to breathe in it together, yes? So go ahead and close the eyes. Start to feel into that space, feeling it expanding, feeling it warm up a little bit. Breathing. Pausing and reflecting. One more deep breath. Exhale. Good. Go ahead and release. Take the legs forward. Shake them out for a second, and then we will switch sides. So taking the right leg parallel to the front of the mat. Left leg is on top, Placing the left foot on top of the right knee, giving a little bit of space if you need to. Take a deep breath in, close the eyes, and come into this beautiful deep stretch. Take one more deep breath. Exhale. Good. Go ahead and open the eyes. We're going to come lying on our backs, okay? From here, we're going to come into our bridge pose. So walking the feet in, and maybe you can touch the hands. If not, that's perfectly fine. And start to press through the feet, press through the palms, and lift the hips towards the sky. Maybe you even walk the shoulder blades under, clasping the hands, or you can just keep the hands right out to the side here. Yes? Extending the chest, pressing through the feet, holding and breathing. One more deep breath in. Exhale, slowly rolling back down to the earth. Yes, bring the knees into the chest. Just give a little wiggle side to side. Maybe taking the knees out and around. Maybe reversing, massaging out the spine. And then bringing the feet up, coming into our happy baby. We're clasping the outside edges of the feet and we are slightly pulling them down to the armpits. Yes, and the knees are coming down. You can also grab the big toes here if that feels better for you. I feel a much deeper stretch when I reach to the outside of my feet. So whatever feels better in your body. And think about bringing that tailbone down to the mat. So sometimes it's lifted up here, but if you press your tailbone down, you'll feel an even deeper stretch and you'll feel more connected to the mat. And it also can prevent some low back pain. So breathe here. Maybe extending one leg, maybe extending the other, maybe extending both legs. Just being playful here. One more deep breath in. Exhale. Good. Bring the feet back down to the mat and we will come into our Savasana. If you have a cozy blanket, if you have a sweater, go ahead and grab that now. I'm going to grab my cozy blanket and meet me back in Savasana. I got my cozy blanket. I hope you have yours too. And just come to lay down on the mat, either in corpse pose. It looks kind of funny, but I actually do Savasana with my knees bent here. So as you can see, my legs are bent and it feels so much better on my low back. So that is what I'm going to do. But you can do whatever feels good to you, yes. So mine might look a little funny, but it feels really nice, so. Go ahead, taking a moment, breathing into this space. We have cultivated this beautiful, glowing energy during this practice. I picture it as this beautiful sparkling snow that has just fallen on Christmas morning, on Yule, whatever it is that you celebrate. It's magical. It's a magical energy. The solstice, nature. Just taking a moment to appreciate all of that. Taking a moment to appreciate the slowness, the pause, and the reflection. wiggling the fingers and the toes. Stretching the arms up overhead for a full body stretch. And coming onto your favorite side, keeping the eyes closed. Taking a moment to thank yourself for this practice today, for showing up on your mat, doing something good for yourself. And press up to a comfortable seated position. I'm leaving my blanket on because it's so cozy. But so feel free to leave yours on as well. And I just want you to go ahead and reach the arms up towards the sky, gathering all of this beautiful, magical winter solstice energy and bringing it down to your heart center. I'm so grateful that you joined me today. Remember that during these slow times to give yourself grace, to understand that this is a season, and to take the time to enjoy it while it's here. Wishing you all a beautiful winter solstice. Namaste. Thank you, babes, so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this flow. If you did, please give it a like below and subscribe to my channel. That way that you never miss a video from Studio Silly Luna. Also, stay tuned for some really exciting things coming with our membership very, very soon. It will include everything from dance classes such as heels, burlesque, and Latin to yoga classes as well. So stay tuned for that and make sure to follow along at Ashlyn Tori on Instagram or at Studio Silly Luna to make sure that you stay in the loop. I hope you babes have such a magical day, and I will see you in the next class.